Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm rullalani and today I will be talking about how long you should wait before getting into a new relationship. I will just flat out say that there is no black and white answer as to how long you should wait before getting into a new relationship. I remember when I was younger, I heard the advice that you should wait half the time that you were in your previous relationship. So for instance, if you were together with your ex for a year, then you should at least wait 6 months before getting into a new relationship. However, I have found that time is not really a dictating factor when it comes to moving on. There sometimes are relationships that last 5-6 years. However, maybe those relationships were already broken at the 3-year mark, right? It might take that person a much shorter time, it might not take them 3 or 4 years to get over the person. Whereas let's say if they had a 2-year relationship that was very strong, that was, just extremely passionate and they were very connected, it might take them longer to get over the person that they were only with 2 years. So I think that time is one of those constructs that never really makes sense because it comes down to the connection that you shared with that person. And obviously you know yourself better than anyone else. So you are going to know how long it takes. It's this deep inner knowing. We tend to ignore that feeling, unfortunately. A lot of us will try to drown out that feeling with going out a lot and hanging out, and maybe people jump into dating very quickly after a breakup. And I would advise against that because I think that we're not really in the right state of mind when we've gone through a breakup. It doesn't matter how long the time was. If you were just jumping straight into dating, you're not really processing the breakup. You're not really reevaluating on what went wrong, what were your weaknesses, how you played into the destruction of that relationship as well, because I always say it takes two to tango, and a relationship never just doesn't work because of one person. It takes two. So it's really important to reflect after a relationship and do some of that self-work, that self-development, that self-healing, all of those self-words, self-love, maybe some therapy, because it is important to take time to actually process the events and to move on as a better individual. So in this video, I'm just going to be sharing, some tips. Obviously, at the end of the day, there is no black and white answer, but there are some guiding questions to help you figure out whether or not you're ready. So the first question that you should ask yourself is, are you ready to fully love without your walls up? A lot of times after a breakup, we tend to get into our shell, we tend to retreat, and we tend to have like a skewed look on things, right? We're kind of bitter, we're kind of negative, and we tend to bring that energy forth into the new dynamic if we don't take enough time to ourselves. So it's important to ask yourself, can I truly love fully right now? Can I truly give all of my heart to someone right now, or am I still holding back? If you are still holding back, then that means you have not fully moved on from your wounds. It means that you still have baggage, and it's not fair to bring that baggage into your new relationship and to tarnish it, right? Because we end up putting different expectations on the new person, because we're still holding on to that old hurt. I'm sure you guys have all heard the saying that hurt people hurt people. And this is very true. A lot of times you end up playing out that same dynamic with the new partner because you haven't truly healed and moved on from the past. So it's important to ask yourself if you're truly ready to love fully, without limits, without bounds, without any walls up, because if you're not, then you really aren't ready to move on just yet. So the second question you want to ask yourself is, do you have a feeling of safety and comfort with this person? Now, it's easy to have feelings of excitement and giddiness and butterflies in your tummy, but unfortunately, those feelings can be very deceiving because those aren't logical feelings, right? Those feelings have more to do with lust and desire and physical feelings. They're very superficial. It's important to establish your feelings with this new person. Are you just attracted to them physically? Is it just like this short-term band-aid that you're using to get over your ex? Or are you truly interested in them because they provide you that level of safety and security and comfort, which is honestly a must in any relationship, right? To feel safe and to feel comfortable. We all deserve that in a relationship. So if you are not feeling that with this new person yet, then either it means they're not right for you, or perhaps it means you just haven't healed from your previous relationship. Remember, you want to have enough time to establish a friendship with someone before you just jump into a relationship. So some things that can help you learn more about someone is figuring out how they live at home. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to move in, but at least to get an idea as to what they do at home, how they live. Are they neat? Are they tidy? Are they messy? Are they, someone who has a lot of roommates? Do they like to cook? Like, get an idea on their living situation, because that is going to help you figure out how they live on a day-to-day basis. Another great thing that you can do is to travel together. They always say that you find out someone's true colors when you're traveling, because not only do you spend full days with them, but tends to be a more high stress environment, right? You're packing, you're getting on planes, you're on a timely schedule, and you can kind of figure out how the person is when it comes to responsibilities, when it comes to timelines, and that can help you get a better picture of what it would be like being in a relationship with them. The next thing you want to ask yourself, number 3, is do you share the same values and lifestyle? If you want to have a successful, healthy relationship, you have to have the same values. It's okay if you have different interests. It's okay if you have different jobs, different hobbies, but do you have the same values when it comes to what truly matters, when it comes to the heart? Do you have the same vision for your lifestyle? Maybe one of you wants kids and the other one doesn't. That's a huge issue. So these are questions that you want to have answered before you jump into this new relationship. The other thing is, have you shared expectations with each other? Do you know what this person expects of you as a partner when it comes to finances, when it comes to, time commitments, when it comes to how often you guys are visiting family, if you're going to live together, if you're going to move? All of these things should be discussed so that there's no surprises, because there's a lot of people out there who jump into a relationship, the next thing you know, there were all of these unsaid and unspoken expectations, and it ends up causing the demise of the relationship, right? So it's much easier if we talk about these things up front, so we can decide right then and there if this person is right for us and if the timing is right as well. Last but not least, do you see yourself and this person having a bright, positive, happy future together? If the answer is yes, then you are on the right track. So these are some guiding questions. As I said before, there is no black and white answer. You will truly know when the time is right. So just listen to your gut. Take some time alone and to yourself. I know that when we have just gone through a breakup, we tend to either one of two. With some people, their personality, they want to be alone and isolated. That's me during a breakup. Like, I go into my shell. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to go out. I'm like in my room and I'm working on me. So I tend to spend a lot of time reading, exercising, journaling, working on personal projects and things that bring me fulfillment. I know that I have had some of my biggest periods of growth actually during breakups. That's when I've started my blog. That's when I started writing poetry. I actually started this YouTube after a period of healing and a period of self-discovery. So just think about it as a time that can be positive and it can be beneficial. A lot of good things can come from a breakup. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise, but you really need to take the time for yourself. Now, on the other hand, there are some people who want to be anywhere but home. They want to be socializing, they want to be hanging out with people, they want to be meeting people, they want to be dating, they want to be on dating apps. And while I can't say that's right or wrong, I truly believe that it is going to be tough for them to integrate into a new healthy relationship because they're still holding on to those old toxic behaviors that caused the previous breakup. So whatever you choose to do, just be mindful and listen to your own heart because that's where you are going to find all the answers. I hope that this video was helpful and I thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also make sure to hit the subscribe button. I know that a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. I think 80 or 90% of my viewers are not subscribed. So I see you guys. Make sure to subscribe before you head out, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!